Hey,
Hey, it's
Radio
being recorded. Okay.
Bypass. I am back here today with another artist, another great guy you need to know about if you don't already. Today, I am joined by Alex Cole, who just had an album out this year, Bad Boy Rocker. And he's joining us all the way from the beautiful country of Italy. And he's going to tell us all about his band. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Ralph, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad we were able to connect with our time difference and everything. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me on your show, and a big salute to your audience here at Radio Bypass. So thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Oh, for sure. And we have to thank our mutual friend Delilah for hooking us up.
A big
So
shout out to
thanks, Delilah.
Delilah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate you getting us together. So, Alex, I got to hear some of the record. I still haven't gotten through all of it, unfortunately, because I've been just, as you know, so busy here with things going on personally. But I do know, though, that Bad Boy Rocker was released originally in 2015, re-released in 2021, and you were very proud to get a song from the record in a new movie that finally got released in March with all this COVID craziness. Tell us about that.
Well, you did your researches, Rob. So you said everything. And what can I say? Thank you.
So how did you end up getting into that movie? That's the big question, I guess, right there.
Well, first of all, you can see the picture right there. It's been taken from Delilah, one of my shows at the Rio Casino in Las Vegas, opening for Anvil. So it was an amazing concert, and I'm glad I got to meet, Delilah. That time it was a really fun time where I used to have like a residency at the Rio Casino. It was so much fun meeting also Lips from Anvil. That band really, really still rocks.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, for me, Ralph, for me, it's playing power rock. So hi everybody, nice to meet you. My name is Alex Cole. That's why I play power rock music that reminds of great bands such as AC/DC, Ted Nugent, Stevie Ray Vaughan in the blues part, like Chuck Berry. I'm inspired by the blues, and I mix it with rock and roll, like George Thorogood, also like Deep Purple, Whitesnake, more hard rock. But I'm always been a performer, and power rock is where what I am, because I'm really high energy, and I really have to put all my force and fun on stage. When I play guitar, I don't steer, I don't stare at my fingers. I just look at the crowd, and I just want to create a great synergy, interaction with the people that really want to see good power rock and roll show. And here
Right.
I am, Alex Cole is here for you.
and you talk about being high energy, and you are high energy. I've seen some videos of your live performances, and yeah, you rock, man, and you're high energy.
Thank you. Well, also, yeah, my story, it's like I just wanted to play. Yeah, I'm currently in Italy, but my story is like I just wanted to play rock and roll. And I used to live 7 years in Los Angeles. So I left in 2014 because I'm a rocker, and the only thing I wanted to do is play rock and roll, right? And what better country than America to play and record with the best engineers and being what can I say, like mingle with the best people, and they really understand the music that I wanted to create and compose, and like smell when I was jamming on stage. With I met Mike Pinera from he was the writer from Captain Ride, and playing and jamming with great musicians and amazing people. It's a blast for me. It was like, wow, man, I'm living the American dream. And
Right.
when I got there in 2014, I met Mario Maglieri, which was an Italian that he came to America when he was 4. Actually, it was from Chicago, and then he moved to Los Angeles, and then he found and he created it. He started the Whiskey A Go Go, the Rainbow, and I got there, and we started with the Ciao. So he said, Alex, what you got? So I showed him a couple of songs from my phone and said, Alex, I never listen to this music I haven't heard this music for 30 years. You want to play the whiskey tomorrow? So I have to pick up the job from the table. After that, I said, yes. The next day I was at the whiskey, man. It was like a dream come true, and I didn't have a guitar. So I went to a pawn shop the next day. No, I think the same day on the Sunset Strip, and I bought a guitar for $250. No, it's a true story, man. It's what I'm still like looking in my eyes right now. The story is passing by like it was yesterday.
Right.
So I still have that guitar. I still own that guitar. It's an Epiphone. So I, did a great job, and it's a great memory for me. So the next day I was at the whiskey. Play at 6 p.m. But man, the emotion, it was unbelievable. And then I played the Viper Room, all the like I did my baby steps. But then I met people. I went out, played festivals. The Lotus Festival in Los Angeles. I had a great time. It's all you. What can I say? Chew every day, grinded, really hard to just, make it's not easy, you're like, it's not easy, but it's when you do, you just follow your passion. And I think it would for me, just had a hard times make you harder and make you stronger.
Sure.
So here I am.
Well, that's good. So that's
why you wanted to interview me. So I'm blessed.
Yeah, I wanted to hear I wanted to hear your uplifting story here. So, well, that's a great start. Now, so then what happened? I mean, obviously you didn't have a band either then at that point. So how did you get other players?
I was really, I've been lucky to have been backed up by amazing musicians in Los Angeles, rehearsals, jamming, and my show is like high energy. And if you see that there's no time between songs, because I don't want people to get bored. Even when you play at the Viper Room with no sound check, we don't have the pleasure, the luxury to have a sound check. So, the line check right 10 minutes before the show makes you really understand how the machine works and makes you ready. And I wanted to play with best musicians that I met at jams, and, they really understand my music. And for me, rehearsals, it's the moment where I can put everything together and I set up a great show. So when I go on stage, everything is ready and everything is set up in the way that it's just a big machine and ready to, bombard on stage with rock and roll. That's my thing. Also, it's a great thing to do. I'm picky, I'm pretty picky, but I want to do a good job. So I don't want to have on stage like, what's the next song? Let me see. Oh, okay, what we do next? What's the next song? It's I did theater in Italy, so it was like you have a script. You want to be respectful for the audience, and I think it's part of my background to being an actor or something, to being studied some sort of what can I say, like technical stuff. So but yeah, musicians ready, they were super high energy too, and I'm blessed to have been backed up by great amazing musicians. And that's why also I got when I got the Ted Nugent tour, man, we had like, the time was really tight, but I knew it was like that because it's a really professional environment. And also, Ralph, I have to tell you something. I bought a clock. I think it was I went to like a big store. We don't want to say the brand, right? So I went to a big store.
Okay, big store. I'm with you.
I bought a clock. Okay, I bought a big clock to put it on stage to check the time because I didn't want to screw it up,
Right. And you stayed on time every day, I imagine. Or every day?
Yes. The second day of this, the second day was like 2 minutes off, and they were like shouting from the drummer was saying, "Alex, we have to finish." Yeah, I know. We actually we were at the end of the song, but the stage manager were like, "Cut it off." But luckily the show was ended. I was just doing something, because the crowd was really happy into that.
Right.
So,
and you mentioned going out on the road with Ted Nugent. When I hear you're playing, I can tell he's definitely an influence on you in your playing. Who else are some of your influences?
Well, I grew up listening to, my first, when I saw the light actually in the movie Blues Brothers. Blues Brother really got me into the blues, man.
Uh-huh.
Blues Brother, I met like the music from John Lee Hooker, also Buddy Guy, you have Buddy Guy in Chicago, the Buddy Guy Club.
Buddy, yep.
I would love to meet him one day. So he's one of my, because when they play a note, like Albert Collins, they play a note with so much passion,
Mm-hmm.
It's one note, but that stays forever. Angus Young, Richie Blackmore, Jimmy Page, all these great musicians, man. Even there's another guy that Ted Nugent's influence. It's Jimmy McCarty from, the MC.
Right.
It was the MC5.
MC5.
The MC5, right? All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
he did Cactus too. I'm a big fan of Cactus.
Gotcha.
So, Carmina Peace,
Tim Bogart.
Exactly. So that's the show I can hear when I'm listening to the song. It's not just like, oh no, it's part of the game. I see them sweating off notes.
Right.
With passion and music. So jamming with blues, George Thorogood. I met George Thorogood in Los Angeles before I went on tour with Ted Nugent, and I said, "Hey George, you're really great inspiration to me." And he said something like, "You look like a rock star." So thank you. I'm about to go on tour with Ted Nugent, and so good for you. We'll see you on the road. And but Ted Nugent was. We had a chance to be in the green room after like the third show. He's a beast, 72 years old. When we did the tour, 71. Now he's 72. 70, something like that. So, but he's a kick-ass man. He's 2 hours powerful, and to me, it was like every show, every night, it was giving it all. It's what I'm actually, that's my inspiration. When I see all these musicians, they are full of energy and just passion. You can see it through. And when we were in the green room together, he was happy to have me, and he actually posted a testimonial on Facebook. And to me, it was like, oh, did he really do that? I was like, wow. And Delilah, like, Alex, Ralph, Ted Nugent just posted a testimonial on his page. And I was actually still touring. So that day was in Arizona. My God, what a beautiful place. All the gigs that I did on tour were, people now still remember that show. All the shows we did, I collected fans. I don't like to say collected, but I say, I met so many great people. They came after the show, signing posters, buying CDs, the meet and greet.
Sure.
How true lovers of music, it's like Italy. In Italy, people when go to the opera, right? They know what they're going to see.
Right.
It's still America. They know what to see when they see a rock and roll show.
Mm-hmm.
So to be accepted by Americans, like really hardcore fans of Ted Nugent, and they were, you can see on my YouTube page, there's a video of a show, and it actually was the first show we did in Pasadena at the Rose. And after my, at the end of my set, people stood up like a standing ovation. I was like, whoa,
that's awesome.
It was just I was blown away. Super happy, man. Super
happy. You should be.
Sorry, I think it was, I'm sorry, but I think it was him. Yeah, Bill Siddons. Sorry, Bill Siddons came to see my show, was the first manager from Doors.
Mm-hmm.
So he saw my first show with Ted Nugent, and he said, Alex, I saw you and you were great, but people stood up, and I never saw somebody playing open up from Ted Nugent and have standing ovation like that. So wow, I was living a dream.
Yeah, well, that is amazing. I mean, it's really hard to be the opener and win over the audience. So to get them to stand, yeah, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Very happy for you. That's a great experience.
And thanks to that, I became friends with Rocco, Ted Nugent's son, and we actually, it was great to collaborate with him on my next album that maybe we talk about later. So he came to the studio and did a featuring, because I wanted him to be part of one of my songs, because I wrote it, and I thought it was good that he collaborated with me. With me, it was amazing, and um, it brought a really profound touch to the song. But then it was great when Giorgio Serafini, the director of the movie, came to the show. So he said, Alex, I want to put Bad Boy Rocker in my movie with Christopher Lloyd and William Shatner. I was like, okay. What? Really? Everything was working, right? I didn't believe that, because also he's a great director. So it was, I was honored to have a big director like that, an amazing director like that, saying, I want to put your song, one of your song, in my movie.
Right.
So Sing Your Moment came out on March 26th. We shot a video too of the song, Bad Boy Rocker, with the same director. You can see it on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Alex Cole Rocks. And now we actually can see that, because the DVD of the movie is out. The movie is still out in theaters,
Right.
but you can see the movie. The DVD came out
Oh, that's cool.
At Walmart's. Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to check
and
it out.
my video is, check it out. My video is featured into the DVD too, and another song is into the behind the scene. Double Ace to Hell, I was put in the behind the scene of the movie. I'm super happy, and shooting with Giorgio was amazing. The production, Gina Goff, and Screen Media, they're really supportive of my music, and wow, I'm blown away.
Right. Well, that's great. And let's talk a little bit about Bad Boy Rocker. So you did a re-release. I'm assuming partly because of the movie opportunity. But how did this album come together? I mean, it's all original tunes, right? And so
Exactly.
How did that record come together for you?
So I recorded some songs in America. So I wanted to put the first EP I recorded in Italy, and then in 2015 I wanted to complete it, and that's why I told you I wanted to record it with the best engineers in Los Angeles to really. They understood my music. And Bad Boy Rocker, I wrote Bad Boy Rocker in America, and that song really reminds people of the real 70s, how a rock star lifestyle is, like Bon Scott from AC/DC. He was playing shows, and all the girls kind of like groupies were back in the day, shouting at him, wanting hanging out with him, and was I can't just imagine what a rock star would feel like back in the day. And that's a tribute to a rocker like that. And William Shatner, and my song is put into the scene is a car race. William Shatner wants to seduce Gene Smart, and that's a great scene, because he's a kind of like a bad boy rocker, so he wants to make a good appealing to Gene Smart. And I'm really thankful they put that song into that scene, because I think it fits perfectly.
Yes. Well, that's cool. So that's what that's about. And then another song from the record that I thought was one that I really, really liked is Strong Enough to Survive. What inspired that one for you?
A friend of mine back in 2016 was struggling with school and friends. He was leaving Los Angeles to another, to Northern California, and I actually turned negative story into positive stories. I'm a storyteller, so I'm always creating. I have music 24 hours a day in my head, and I write. come up with a riff, and I also think about the groove of the rhythm of the drum, like tum pa tum tu pa tum pa tum tu pa. Sometimes it's like I want to keep that going, but when I have to just put down the lyrics, it's the last thing. But for this song was really emotional and intense that I wanted to dedicate that song, Strong Enough to Survive It. Never give up of something you really want to do. Don't matter if sometimes you lose friends, when you make other friends, and maybe you realize that people you used to have, they didn't what can I say, like encourage you in the way you want it, but you have to believe in yourself.
Mhm.
That's why Strong Enough to Survive, and you have to be strong enough to go over adversities and boundaries, or just think about what you want to do in your life and pursue that 100%.
Yeah.
There's a line, say, jumping, there, you want to jump over the cliff, but it's like you want to fly, you want to just really like you want to see what's over, I'm sorry, what's next, what's beyond that.
Right.
You really want to get out of your comfort zone to be able to see what's the future actually holds up for you in a good way,
Right.
always.
Right. I like that. I like positive things, thinking like that. That's great.
Yeah,
So
it's me. I have to work every day on, sorry, I don't want to
no,
cut you
no, no,
off,
go,
sorry.
no, go right ahead.
It's also like me, and it's I'm Alex Cole is what I do. It's my project, and I really believe into this. And people ask me, change even in Italy, you should sing in Italian. You cannot see Johnny B. Good singing in Italian. It's really doesn't work. It's like watching a movie with subtitles, right? Or
Right.
it's like overdub. You want to see the original language. So it's me, like I always think what's next, because even when I was on tour with Ted, I was like really working hard to say, okay, what's next. I was thinking about the next day, what's the future holds up for me, because like you said, during these days, rock and roll, power rock music, we want to really have, there's a lot of people, like also your audience, they want to hear more. We are here for them too, right? To make them happy, make them, inspire them, because that's why I'm here too. I want to inspire them, uh, to recreate what the 70s, the 80s were sounding like. That's why I also compose original music, because it's me. When I used to go to see AC/DC, ZZ Top, Ted Nugent, Van Halen, it was like, wow. I saw Van Halen in 2015, but was really like blown away by the energy. I saw ZZ Top. I was like, I came home and I wanted to recreate the same energy. When I was looking them giving everything on stage.
Right.
That's why also people want to see rock shows, and Alex Cole is what I am. But every day it's working hard, playing hard. That's a Ted Nugent
I
song.
was just gonna say, there's Ted Nugent again.
Exactly.
It's funny.
But
So
yeah, Strong Enough to Survive, it's that song. Many other songs, Double A's to Hell, or uh, as Sweet Little Dynamite. It's a song talking about women. They want to put a mask. They want to just being strong for who they are.
mhm,
Never get over with the like giving in or something like that. Just I want to be positive, because women are deserve to be strong and believe in themselves. So
got it. So Bad Boy Rocker, I know you can get the album through iTunes. Can people get a physical
yeah,
copy at your website, which, by the way, Alex's website is alexcolerocks.com. Can you order
absolutely.
a physical copy there?
I sold all the copy on the tour, but now I'm working on the new album. So I think I'll reprint the copies when I go on tour. But now you can listen to the song on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, wherever. My music it's all there.
Right. And your YouTube channel. Right. You said you have
YouTube
it.
channel, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, you can,
Yes.
of course.
Nice. Nice. So, so we've got this record out, and then you made mention that you're already been working on a new record. as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I recorded in Los Angeles at the Clear Lake Studios, North Hollywood, and it's mastered and recorded by amazing sound engineers and master guy. They really helped me to go through the process. It was really um, long process because I had to stop it because the tour, and then we finished in March 2020.
mhm,
So I went to Bahamas when the lockdown started in Los Angeles. I was lucky enough to understand a week before that something's going on. So I
right,
was like, boom, I went there. I flew to Bahamas where a friend of mine was living there. He hosted me. Thank him. And then I worked remotely with the studio. So we did the mixing, 5 months mixing, it's usually takes maybe 2 days, but that
right,
helped me to work better, listen to the songs, make some editing, had more time and relaxed. But
right.
yeah, I was waiting for the movie to come out and launch it, but now I have to find the distribution, a good distribution that can maybe put it out. But then I
Sure.
can also print it when I go on tour. When I go back on tour, I'm gonna reprint Bad Boy Rocker and you know put this new album. uh,
Excellent. Excellent. Now things are starting to open up a little bit, right? In Los Angeles, supposedly June 15th, they're wide open. I'm seeing some returns to live,
Woohoo!
right? Thank God.
Right.
This thing's felt like a lifetime,
Oh,
but I'm seeing some things opening here too for live shows. So do you think you're
okay.
getting close to being ready where you'd want to go out and start playing again?
My dream, they asked me, Alex, what's your dream? My dream is to be able to play shows again. I really am. My fingers, my feet are tingling. I want to be back on the road, and I'm putting out words. I have people helping me to putting in touch with booking agents, managers.
Right.
So I would love to come back to America pretty soon, and be back on the road and start playing gigs again.
So you definitely plan to as soon as the opportunity's there then.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go.
Good. And how is it where you are in Italy? Because Italy had gotten hit hard by this pandemic in the beginning. How's things there now? Are things opening up pretty much there too?
I saw they're opening in June too, for tourists, and uh, they I think I saw that, so everything is opening up again because the summer, but to me, if Los Angeles call me back when we have to work on another, I can talk about that, but there's some good things happening with the same um, senior moment production.
Awesome.
So we'll see what we can do together, and when they call me, I'm just fly there and let's work again.
All right. Good. Good. Well, we're coming out of this. So that's good. So I look forward
Yeah,
to
we're coming out. Yeah, of course.
hopefully a new record coming out maybe sometime still in 2021. That would be awesome. And meanwhile, everybody, if you haven't heard Bad Boy Rockers, that whole album yet, please do that. And since we're doing a video interview, I may not be able to append one of your songs to this, but definitely I have a new music episode that I do every Sunday. So what song should I play next from the Alex Cole Band? What would you pick?
I'm not gonna take it slow. You can play that. I'm not gonna take it slow.
Okay.
It's good for
Which
It's
which
really good for the moment. I don't want to take it slow. I'm never gonna take it slow.
Okay, then that is going to be our next track for sure. And and even in this interview,
Okay.
you can see the energy you possess. So I hope we all get a chance, myself included, since I haven't gotten to see you play live yet. I hope we all get a chance to do that soon.
Yeah,
And I
we
really
can meet
appreciate
together
you.
one day.
That's right. We will. We will.
Of
We will
course.
find a way. Because
You can also play "Strong Enough to Survive" since you like it.
I do love that song. Yeah, that one's a no-brainer. I
Okay.
was definitely going to play that. I was just
Yeah.
curious what you would pick off of your record, because you've lived with these songs, so for sure. Like, I really think that's a good message, and I agree. I think that's great. I'll probably just do both.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Thanks for setting things up with our time difference and being patient with me to
Of
get this
course.
together. Really glad you're able to
Thank
come
you.
by. We'll have to do this again when the next record comes out. Definitely. And everybody check out alexcolerocks.com, and you're on all the social media platforms as well. YouTube. Everybody should get to know Alex Cole. Thanks for coming by today, Alex.
Thank you for having me here, Ralph, and a big salute to your audience. And I can't wait to play in Chicago pretty soon. I have a lot of friends and fans there. Check me out. Yeah, I'm also on Instagram, Alex Cole Rocks, YouTube, Alex Cole Rocks, Facebook, Alex Cole Rocks Official, and you said it all. So thank you so much for having me here, and you're amazing, and this video is perfect. Rock and roll. We made it work.
We made it work, even with all the miles
Yes,
between
of
us.
course.
All right, Alex, you take care. Thanks a lot. And everybody check out alexcolerocks.com.
Bye.